Now, a synonymous couple of vicars, the Vickers from Grimsby, have been selected as chaplains at this year's Invictus Games in Toronto. Peter and Mary Vickers, thank you both very much for coming in.
Okay.
Now, just remind us, Mary, what are the Invictus Games?
The Invictus Games are a high-level sports tournament akin to the Olympic Games, the Paralympic Games, but adaptive sports for service people, male and female, who can come together to compete.
And adaptive sports, Peter, what's that?
Well, sports such as basketball, but you play it through wheelchairs. Golf, but you'll actually be adapted, so it's adapted to be able to let you play it for whatever injury you've got. So there's sitting volleyball and track events in wheelchairs and that kind of thing. A lot of what you see at the Paralympic Games is adaptive.
And how big a thing is it? I mean, you're going to Toronto, that's practically the other side of the world, and people coming from, is it very international?
It is quite international. I mean, I think it started off with a lot of the Commonwealth countries, because it was Prince Harry's idea, I think. But now there are teams from the forces from all sorts of different countries. So, I mean, I think, there's been one event in London and another event in Australia, and this year it's in Toronto, in Canada.
There are 15 nations who are being represented.
Why are you two? Why are you going to be chaplains? How did you get this rather wonderful sounding gig?
Well, I think we wangled it. When we were first approached, we were told quite clearly that actually the organisers only wanted one chaplain from each country. But then we both applied. Me, because I was 26 years an army chaplain with some sports chaplaincy experience, and Mary with well-known international chaplaincy for sport. So they decided that the two together was greater than the sum. So here we are. So
sports and military experience combined, you're the dream team for...
Apparently, which is a big thing to live up to.
for doing this. So you've got experience of the forces. I notice everybody I know who's been in the forces always has terribly well-polished shoes. No, okay, I withdraw that. What will your duties be? I mean, chaplaincy, we think we know what you'll be doing, and of course there'll be a lot of pastoral care, as it were, and looking after people, but is there a sort of public element to your work out there?
There will be some public. I know that there's a service before the actual games start. There's a service of worship for everybody who's involved, volunteers, staff, athletes, families. So there's that, and we'll probably end up doing some practical tasks as well. I mean, at the Winter Paralympics in Vancouver, for instance, the chaplaincy team ended up pushing wheelchairs to make sure that all the athletes got to the opening ceremony. So it's a mix of practical and the general things of chaplaincy and pastoral support.
And the difference this time is that actually it's not just athletes. Athletes are also bringing family. So there is the family side as well to the whole experience, and which is something that neither Mary nor I, with our Olympic experience, have ever had to deal with, is family as well. So that could be quite interesting.
Well, families not allowed to come to the Olympics? That seems a bit harsh.
No, they're positively banned.
Are they really?
I mean, there are some families who will go and stay in a hotel nearby. But no, there's quite a lot of separation. Happens in Premier League and Championship League football as well. When they go away, the wives and girlfriends are separate.
You move in much more exalted circles than I do. What are the logistics of this thing? And because I mean, you're going off to Toronto. Canadians are famously hospitable, I think.
Yes.
But will you be staying with friends or staying in a hotel? Or?
The idea is that we fund the flights out of our own pocket. And accommodation, the idea is that actually they will find volunteer families to actually put those volunteers that live, as they say, out of state.
Right.
Lovely phrase. They are put up with other families, and so the lead chaplain, who is Canadian, is actually at the moment searching out families to stay with.
Yeah.
And presumably this is a big sporting event, big stadium. Is it televised? Do we have to go to Canada to see it?
I think you will see something on television. I mean, when it was in this country, there was quite a lot on television, but it is marketed on television here, so you won't be able to see everything. But
if you go to their website, there's already blogs and video blogs. They've just come back. The whole setup team have just come back from Afghanistan. And that's available on the web.
I look forward to seeing it. Have an absolutely wonderful trip.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you'll enjoy it. Thanks very much for coming in.